Good morning, children. So far, we have learned how to add the integers on the number line and how to add even without the number line, isn't it? Now, in this video, today's class, we will learn how to subtract the integers on the number line and also without the number line. Now, let us see how to subtract the integers on the number line. Now, here first I have taken two numbers. Subtract 3 from 5. Both are positive integers I have taken, and this already you have learnt, and this is a very simple one. Take 0 in the middle. Take all positive integers at equal distances towards the right, and towards left take all negative integers. Now from 5 you have to subtract 3. So first join 0 and 5. And then you have to subtract 3. So go 3 steps towards left. 1, 2, 3. So finally you get 2. It's a positive number. So when you are subtracting a positive integer from a positive integer, then move towards left. Okay. This is very, very important. This you have to bear in mind. Now let us take another example. Subtract 3 from 6. That is 3 minus 3. Here you are subtracting a negative integer. Now, so first let us join 0 and 6. And here you are subtracting a negative number. So go towards right. 1, 2, 3. So finally you get answer as 9. This you have to remember very thoroughly. Subtracting a negative integer from a positive integer. 6 is a positive integer, isn't it? And now you are subtracting minus 3. So when you are subtracting a negative integer, go towards right. So 3 places go towards right and you will reach 9. So 6 minus 3 is 9. So what you should remember, when you are subtracting a negative integer from a positive integer, you move towards right. And another example, subtract minus 3 from minus 3. Here we have taken two negative integers, isn't it? So minus 3 is a negative integer. So on the number line, first mark 0 and minus 3. 0 and minus 3. Then you have to subtract minus 3. So go towards right. So 1, 2, 3. Finally you will come to 0. So when you are subtracting a negative integer, remember that you should always go towards right. When you are subtracting a positive integer, like in the first example, move towards left. So if you bear this in mind, then you will be able to do the subtractions on the number line. Okay. Now, without subtractions, without the number line, how to do the subtraction? How to subtract the integers, whether they may be positive or negative integers, how to subtract them without the number line. For this, you have to learn about additive inverse. What is it called? Additive inverse. What is this number? What is this additive inverse? Let us see. Any two distinct numbers that give 0 when added to each other are called as additive inverse of each other. Suppose you have taken plus 2. Now, which number do you add to it to get 0? You are having 2. To get 0, what should be added to it? You should add minus 2. So, plus 2 and minus 2 are additive inverses to each other. They are additive inverse to each other. Similarly, for minus 5, its additive inverse is plus 5. So for minus 3, it is plus 3. and so on. Now, let us see how to subtract the integers without the number line. Now, so subtraction of integers without the number line. Now, let us see. First, let us read the sum. Subtract minus 3 from 6. So, how do we write it as 6 minus minus 3? 6 minus minus 3. Now, instead of minus 3 and this negative sign, you put the additive inverse of minus 3. So, in place of 6, write as it is 6 only, and while the subtraction becomes positive or negative, because if it is a negative number, then you will take plus 3. So, 6 plus 3 will give you 9. So, here we have used the additive inverse. What we have used? We have used the additive inverse of minus 3. Now, another sum. 40 minus 3. Here you have 40, a positive integer, and you are also subtracting a positive integer. So, write 40 as it is, and in place of plus 3, you make minus 3. So, 40 minus 3 will give you 37. So, this way you can do the subtractions by writing the additive inverse of the given number. Okay. So, like this you keep doing the sums. Now, there is one more problem here. Let us see. An apartment has 10 floors and 2 cellars for car parking under the basement. A lift is now at the ground floor. Ravi goes 5 floors up and then 3 floors down, 2 floors down and then 6 floors down, and came to the lower cellar for taking his car. Count how many floors does Ravi travel altogether, represent on the vertical number line. So, here I have taken a vertical number line. Here you have 0. So, 0 is the ground floor. Then first floor, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, so on up to 10 floors I have marked. And here there is under the basement there are 2 cellars for car parking. So, cellar 1 and cellar 2. Cellar 1 is the upper cellar and cellar 2 is the lower cellar. Okay. Now, here Raju has started from the ground floor. The thing is, they didn't mention about parking the car, isn't it? So, first itself they have mentioned that he has started from the ground floor. So, when he has started from ground floor, and first he went to 5th floor. Afterwards, after some work, again he has moved on to 8th floor. So, totally 5 plus 3, 8 floors he had moved up. And then from 8th floor, he came 2 floors down and reached 6th floor. And after some time, from 6th floor, again he moved 6 floors down. He came down in the lift to the ground and then moved to the lower cellar to take his car. So, from 8, first he moved to 2 floors, then again 2 floors. So, finally he came to the ground floor. So, first he travelled 8 floors up, again 8 floors down, he came down. Then he started moving to the lower cellar to take his car. So, 2 floors again he moved down. So, finally, 8 steps up, 8 floors up he had gone, 8 floors down he came down, again 2 floors to the cellar. So, totally he had travelled for 18 floors. So, like this you can use the integers for solving the problems also. Okay. So, some work will be given to you, you do them and then show your work.